Hi, my name is Nathania Ray. I was in Jny for 8 years and I'm the graduate from the class of 2022. Now I'm currently studying in the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada, majoring in psychology. My favorite part about Jny is the encouraging learning environment and positive community built by our students and teachers. Jny offers their students with a variety of academic and non-academic opportunities, and I feel like they're made for us to grow and to step out of our comfort zone. My personal favorite and my most memorable experience in Jny was joining the student council. I think that was my turning point because I was a very shy and quiet kid growing up, but then I know that my capabilities can allow me to do more, and that was why I joined the student council. And through that, I gained a lot of soft skills, interpersonal skills, and leadership skills that I now utilize in university. In terms of academic growth, the game changer for me was when I started to have a different mindset and approach to studying. When I started having a more active approach to my studies, like making flashcards, doing more practice questions, and asking more questions to our teachers, that was when I started to do better in my studies. And also having the mindset of not being afraid to make mistakes was also a huge difference for me because I realized that was where I could learn the most. And by making mistakes, I found that my study time was more effective and efficient. In addition to the mandatory A-level subject, which was mathematics, I took biology, chemistry, and physics. Through the A-levels, I was able to find study methods that worked for me, which was active recall and doing a lot of practice questions. I also got better at knowing how to schedule out my tasks and prioritizing them in order to make my day more efficient and effective. And I think moreover, it builds good character in me, and for me that was personally discipline and resilience because A-levels is difficult and I faced a lot of setbacks and I had to learn how to pick myself up and continue what I was doing. I think that all of these are fundamental skills that I could apply to university, most especially the last two that I mentioned, knowing how to schedule my day and also resilience and discipline. The first one, scheduling my task, it's very much more applicable now in university now that we have more responsibilities outside of school, like doing our groceries or cooking, dishes, and so there is a lot more task now, and so knowing how to schedule out and prioritize my task is a very, very important skill to have in my opinion. And also with disciplines and resilience, it helped me got through a lot of the worries and anxiety that I had with the courses I took, because the university courses, not only is it a different level of difficulty, but then they are very unique and they are not often provided in high school. And so the courses I took were 100% new to me, but due to the discipline and resilience that I built in Jny, I was able to think outside of the box and find new study methods that worked for the courses I took. The Student Council presented me a very healthy challenge, and I say healthy because it allowed me to grow in the best way possible. In the beginning, I definitely faced many doubts on myself, whether I am fitted for the role, especially as the president, knowing how soft-spoken and shy I was. So in that sense, I do face a lot of mental challenges. But in a technical aspect, knowing how to plan and execute events was really new to me, and so I had to learn to adapt into a new environment and tap on skills that I wouldn't normally use in a classroom setting. Also at the time, I was balancing it with my A-level studies, and so there were many times where I get overwhelmed, and it really tested my time management skills. But the way that I try to overcome them is, again, by scheduling my task. I think that over the years, I have learned to have a lot of self-awareness in myself in terms of knowing how much time I spend doing a certain task. For example, completing a past paper and also checking it would usually take me around 2 hours or a little bit more. completing my flashcard would take me about an hour. And so having that sense of self-awareness makes it so much easier for me to plan out my task and prioritize which one I can do first and which one I can do later. And also another thing that really helped me was trusting my student council teammates. Knowing that I'm not doing it alone and delegating tasks to my members definitely lifts some weight off of my shoulders and saves me some time. But the 2 years that I spent in the student council were great challenges that I have been grateful to have experienced. My interest in psychology started when I had deep conversation with friends and families, for example, talking about our worries. Through that, I realized that everyone has a different thought process and emotions, and I was interested as to why they think the way they think or feel the way they feel. And so because of that, I decided on psychology as my major. To be honest, I have yet to have a clear career path in the future. However, through the extracurricular activities I joined, like my student organizations and nonprofit organizations, I find that I love working with people towards a specific cause, such as mental health, and I love getting to understand and dig deeper into the roots of people's behaviors. In addition, the field of psychology builds a wide array of skills in students, like scientific research, statistics, critical thinking and analysis, and many more. Hence, it opens doors to a variety of career paths linked to different fields of studies like business, social work, healthcare, and many more. And so with that, I have faith that this major can lead me to working in organizations and industries linked to mental health and social work. I feel it even more strongly now that having a culturally diverse student body in high school is very important for our students to learn to appreciate different cultures. Having a unique cultural background definitely helps me make new friends in universities from students of different nationalities like Canadians, Vietnamese, Taiwanese, Koreans, and many more. We would often share about our own countries, like our famous tourist spots, the food, the city we grew up in, and even our high school. And I find that these conversations are the most interesting and eye-opening conversations because we truly get to learn more about each other's culture and where we grew up in. It also brings me so much joy seeing their reaction to what I share about Indonesia, and they're just so interested and so eager to learn more about Indonesia, and it makes me feel very proud to be an Indonesian, and it's so nice to see them so eager to learn more about my culture. And so having that cultural and national diversity in Jny definitely helped me make new friends. As we're all aware, university is the start of adulting. We now hold a lot more responsibilities, like cleaning our homes, doing our own groceries, cooking, cleaning, laundries, tracking our expenses, and many more. And so all of those on top of balancing it with our studies in itself is a skill that we have to continue doing in our lives. Another one is definitely socializing and networking with people. Joining organizations and meeting new people is very important because when we meet new people, we get to learn new things because everyone holds unique capabilities. And so especially in university, you have to have the desire to maybe join a certain activity or a certain organization in order to get to know people. And it doesn't have to be a deep relationship. Knowing them is enough, and knowing what they do, because who knows, we might need their help one day. And so just getting to know someone and talking to them, having small talks is good enough. And so learning how to approach new people and growing our social network is very important, whether that be with students, professors, parents, whoever it may be. With a widely accepted curriculum like Cambridge and the various unique non-academic opportunities provided in Jny, I am sure that this school is a great place for prospective students to build a solid foundation for life outside of school. First and foremost, the Cambridge curriculum teaches foundational knowledge for a lot of university courses. And with our A-level subjects, we are able to transfer some credits into university. And that can save a lot of time throughout our 4 years in university. Secondly, with a very exam-heavy curriculum like Cambridge is, it instills a lot of strong characters in their students, like those I mentioned, discipline and resilience. And it also teaches us a lot of soft skills like time management, flexibility, adaptability, scheduling, prioritizing, and many more. Lastly, the extracurricular activities provided here at JNY can really help students to discover their areas of interest, passion, and also teaches them organizational skills. Just as important as it is to focus on our studies, it is also very important to be active in non-academic involvements and student organizations, because it is one of the main things that jobs and organizations will be looking for in their recruitment process. So I highly recommend JNY for those looking to be all-rounded students ready for university. Studying abroad is a whole new feeling because suddenly you're far away from home, from your family, and you have a lot of responsibilities that you have to take care of by yourself. First and foremost, have a strong support system. Your family is definitely one of them. Please call them often, especially your parents, but also try to find a group of friends here that you can have fun with and share your worries with. In addition, you can find an Indonesian community here. International universities usually have a lot of student organizations from different countries, and I am sure that you can find an Indonesian student body organization. They are designed to be a home away from home, so you can try to apply to be an executive there, or even be a member and just join their events and be surrounded with Indonesian students and feel at home again, even though you're in a foreign country. Secondly, don't be shy to ask for help. As I mentioned, we have a lot of responsibilities to hold, and a lot of them are not related to school and they will be new to us. So don't be afraid to ask for help from people who are more experienced and people who have lived here longer than we have. Lastly, enjoy your time abroad and believe in yourself. Believe that you can do well in everything that you decide to do. Once you start believing yourself, you start to hold more confidence in yourself. You start to put more sincere effort into your work, and consequently you'll start to produce better results. So please believe that your capabilities can take you to great heights.